Hello friends, in today's episode we look into 10 different natural rooting hormones or root stimulating substances that can be easily used for plant cloning, that is multiplying plants from cuttings with great success rate. We'll also show you how you can make the most powerful formula by mixing one or more of these substances. All that's coming up. Before we start, please make sure you have subscribed to our channel along with the bell notification. Well, in horticulture, cloning means making duplicate plants out of branch or stem cuttings from a mother plant. It's a great way to multiply a plant, especially if it's a rare variety or very precious to you, or if you want to gift some plants to your friends or neighbors. The simplest way of cloning a plant is just pinching a small branch or stem cutting and then inserting it into the soil. But the success rate of this cutting is generally low. If you want to increase the success rate, then you need to follow certain simple rules to accelerate the root formation and increase the success rate of cloning. Most plant cuttings will naturally produce their own rooting hormones after a short period of time. Actually, many plants can be easily cloned by simply placing the cuttings in some clean water and following some simple rules. You can watch a detailed episode on these 10 golden rules of cloning from the end screen link at the end of this episode. Well, rooting hormones can be natural or synthetic chemicals and contain indole butyric acid, that is IBA, and naphthalene acetic acid, that is NAA. IBA is the natural plant auxin or the hormone responsible for stimulation or the formation of roots. If you're purchasing these commercial rooting hormone powders, make sure you check the composition on the label so that it contains at least one of these compounds. Now, let's list out the best 8 natural rooting hormones or agents that can be used to accelerate rootings in cuttings and increase the success rate of cloning. On number 8, your own saliva. Not joking, nothing advanced about this. Human or animal saliva is definitely an antibacterial and antifungal for plants. The main idea is to prevent the cutting from rot and stimulate the root formation. This very first step to prevent rot can be achieved by just dipping your cutting insertion end into saliva and then insert it back into the potting soil. This is definitely like something is better than nothing. Well, on number 7, apple cider vinegar. This is another proven natural rooting hormone stimulant. Add about 5 drops in half a cup of water and mix it well. Do not use more than this quantity because it can have the opposite effect and may prevent rooting. And also, vinegar is a natural weed killer in strong concentrations. Just dip the cutting insertion end into this cup and then insert into the soil. On number 6, cinnamon powder. Cinnamon is an antibacterial and antifungal agent that will definitely double your cloning success rate. Make sure the cinnamon bark is finely powdered and then just dip the cutting insertion end into this powder for about an inch and then insert it into the soil. On number 5, willow bark. The bark of willow tree contains 2 important compounds, salicylin and indole butyric acid. Salicylin is chemically similar to aspirin, which is acetyl salicylic acid, and indole butyric acid, that is IBA, is a plant hormone that stimulates root growth as already discussed. If you're lucky and have a willow tree around you, you can make a willow tea. IBA hormone is present in high concentrations in the growing tips of willow branches. So if you can take these cuttings and soak them in warm water, you can get enough quantities of IBA hormone into this water, what we call as the willow tea. On number 4, honey. Honey is another natural antiseptic and antifungal agent which helps these little cuttings to remain healthy and strong. And remember, pure honey is said to have more beneficial effect than the processed bottle honey. Do not directly dip your cuttings into this honey because this can attract many insects and ants. So the commonly used recipe for using honey as a rooting agent is add 1 teaspoon honey to 2 cups of boiling water or half teaspoon honey to 1 cup of boiling water. Do not boil after adding honey. Just stir it well and allow it to cool down before dipping the cuttings. On number 3, aloe vera gel. Fresh aloe vera gel contains salicylic acid along with other useful enzymes, amino acids and minerals. I have demonstrated this in one of my older episodes. You can watch that episode from a link in the description below. Just take out the gel from a fresh aloe vera leaf and dip the cuttings into it and then plant them into the soil. On number 2, though not natural but an inexpensive way, is to use aspirin 350 mg tablet either as a crushed powder or dropping a tablet in a glass of water and then dipping the cuttings into it. Now, if you want to make more powerful and more potent rooting agent, you can mix one or more of these things and try experiment each formula on few cuttings and then see which one works best for you. For example, willow tea plus honey, or cinnamon plus honey, or aloe vera gel plus honey, and so on. So there you have it, folks. Please like and share this video and comment below with your feedback and queries. Consider subscribing if you're new to this channel. Happy gardening!